Welcome to Guy Aitchison's Reinventing the Tattoo Community, where tattooers, apprentices, collectors, and sometimes even the curious all come together to create art, to inspire each other, to engage in panels, discussions, all sorts of great educational and entertaining programming about tattoos. This show is Art Jam with Renée Little from Oklahoma City. Wait, not from Oklahoma City, currently beaming from Oklahoma City from her amazing shop that she's always working on. And if you're interested in beaming in, if you're an artist and want to paint alongside Renée, then you should download the Reinventing the Tattoo app at either of the app stores, either the Apple Store or Google Play, I think it is. Or you could go straight to community.reinventingthetattoo.com. And if you go to the event listing, I'll show you what that looks like. Then you can find the Zoom link. You might be watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, but we can't put out the links there because then spammers get it, and that's horrible. If you're on the app, the link is going to be, you'll see it. Oh shit, okay, past events here. The Zoom link right here, artists zoom in. If you're on the website, it's a little trickier because some of the timing is Greenwich Mean Time. That's my developer's issue, or it's my issue. Point being is you could find this link right here on the schedule along with all of our other shows. So I guess while we're here and this is actually working and streaming out, then I will let you know about some of these other upcoming shows that we have on the Reinventing Network. So this is a perfect time to let us know where you're beaming in from the chat room and or to share it around. So here we go. Tuesdays at 10 o'clock, we have a professional webinar where you can build your own Paul Rogers style tattoo machine with Tony Urbanic. He is using hand tools to file these frames down and put them together. It's out of control. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours every Tuesday. And no matter when you're watching this, you could always check out the replays and they'll be well worth it. The recipes don't change. It's a Paul Rogers style machine. This is old school. So reinventingthetattoo.com/build a tattoo machine. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, February 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern, we have an art history discussion with Brandon Bean and Guy Aitchison. It's awesome. Guy's been doing all sorts of art talks with great tattooers that have all sorts of amazing artists of influence that they're talking about, and we're all discovering. Let's see, at Wednesday, the 24th at noon, we've got a spotlight sponsor with Inkjet Stencils. Donna's going to demonstrate how the stencil setup works, and you are going to have a chance to download or to get some free stencils sent to you, as well as some other samples and goodies. It's going to be a fun stream. That's Wednesday at noon. Let's see, Thursday at noon Eastern, we have Tattoo Collecting Podcast every week. They're on their 25th episode, it looks like here, which is pretty awesome. Fawn Baker and Jordan Rickus are always interviewing tattoo collectors. And I think this one is for focusing on day 2, the day after getting tattooed, because a lot of the collectors have big pieces, and the healing process is something that we could talk about forever, really. Let's see, Sundays at 1 o'clock Eastern, we have a Reinventing Drawing Group with Jason Lesser, similar to these art jams where you're encouraged to beam in with your homework and draw. We have Monday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern with Jake Meeks from the Fireside Tattoo Network, and then every Monday night at 9 p.m., and that's actually happening right after this art jam, is Guy Aitchison's subscriber-only exercise group. So if it's $300 a year, it's well worth the full online course with dozens of webinars. This isn't the sales pitch. We'll talk about that later. This is the schedule. So at 9 o'clock Eastern, you should be beaming in. Now, we have all sorts of other special events coming up. We have an art jam with Stefano Fabriti the first Wednesday of the month at 1 o'clock. It's an art jam in Italian, which is pretty cool. So if you speak Italian or you want to learn it, let's see, every other Sunday at 8 p.m., 7 p.m., we'll get these times right. Tent Talk with Robert Shaw, where he's catching up with talking about tattoo history, and he's got a whole Milton Zeiss's tattoo tent. And it's crazy. All of the shows can be found here in the library. and videos, and you'll see we've got the in-house series. These are all the shows with Guy, the Tattoo Collecting Podcast, the art jams where these go, the drawing groups. Let's Talk Tattoo with Mark from Needle Jig. Actually, Renee's got an awesome interview in here. Let's see, we've got a whole bunch of them here, but yeah, Renée Little, boom. This is a fantastic interview with Renee and Mark that you definitely need to check out. History of Tattoo Conventions with Alex Van Dutch from World Tattoo Events, the best online resource for tattoo conventions. And if you are missing conventions like we are, then this is a great folder for you to throw on in the background. All of these shows are perfect for your waiting room or to put on while you're tattooing, because there is almost endless amounts of content we have here. But so the convention promoter for the Nepal Tattoo Convention, Marco from one of the very first Italian tattoo convention, Derb from Hell City fame, Kim from the Brussels show. I think Troy is going to be the next interviewee. So that's a history of tattoo conventions. We've got Drunk Critique, which is exactly as amazing and horrifying as you might think it would be. The holiday special here is, I think it's 9 hours. 9 hours and 23 minutes. No shit. It's out of control. Actually, Tony did a write-up on it in the New Tattoo Society magazine. And Joe Cap came in and started busting up some china, and Paul Booth came in and cooled everyone down, and it was out of control. It was so much fun. We haven't done one for 3 months, but we are going to do one again March 9th. So if you are into the Drunk Critique, we've got live from the Castro, Haley Adams interviewing LGBTQ POC, all sorts of awesome tattooer stories that you probably haven't heard on the general circuit yet. Virtual tattoo gathering replays. It's a little out of control. And I better get a move on here. Let's thank our sponsors real quick who make these webcasts available to everyone for free, really. Loose Screw Tattoo here, Jesse Smith's shop in Richmond, Virginia. I have the thing fired up right here. Now, I don't know if you don't know Loose Screw. It's a very reputable shop in Richmond, Virginia. Wicked busy, so they're looking for somebody that can handle the color tattoos, the black and gray tattoos. They're looking for an artist who is motivated. Check this out. This is out of control. All supplies covered with health, dental, paid vacation, and 401k options. This is perfect for someone who's looking to build a solid foundation as an artist. You will get an education of a lifetime there at Loose Screw. They have world-class guests. Their residents are all awesome. The art is off the hook. And let's see, other keywords to sprinkle throughout this help wanted are, it's a busy shop. Make sure you have a good attitude. You're eager to learn, etc., etc. If you let Loose Screw Tattoo know that you are applying because you found out about them from the Reinventing the Tattoo community, then not only will they know that we sent you, but they will also know that you have a proper attitude. Go figure. Or very likely have a proper attitude. Okay, inkjet stencils. These printers print out your stencils so you can treat your artwork, and then boom, out comes the stencil. They're using Epson printers, and you could see, if you get an oversized printer, look at this. If you're doing lots of sleeves and back pieces, Andre Malcolm here, printing out a full back piece in one stencil. And we have some webinars on how to, let me see, can I get back here easily? There's a webinar on, here we go, inkjet videos and free test info. So we have a digital editing for inkjet stencils, about an hour long, from Frank Conception down in Connecticut, although I think he was beaming in from the Dominican Republic. But yeah, so he was talking about how to edit your files, and then the free inkjet stencil test information is behind that link. Okay, I think that I have said enough for now, and we are going to beam in with Renée Little, who's painting an octopus. And yeah, well, if you are interested in beaming in, click on the links, and then we will do the things. Other than that, I'm here to surf around if we have any artists or inspirations that we want to check out. But other than that, I'm going to hop in the background here.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
perfectly.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me on. Um, there has been like a lot going on, and I'm really glad to just be able to paint tonight. And I think the last time I really did was with Nick Baxter, and that was super fun. So I'm really kind of glad to get back in the seat again, as they say. Um, I wanted to work on a painting. I feel like the last couple paint nights I've been doing underpaintings, which I usually do. I do several in a row. So they all keep the same color tones and they keep so basically the same theme. If I like start a painting and finish a painting and try to do a series that in that order, it kind of gets a little disorganized for me. So I'm ready. I have enough to where I can start with oil and get on there and start tackling and finishing these things. So I'm really excited about that. But so this is all first, it's all done with acrylic and I use a dark, dark charcoal pastel and mix in gesso while I'm making my painting. So by the time that that underpainting is done, the entire canvas or board in this case is completely ready to receive oil and to structurally hold oil. Um, I I got some new brushes as well, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Got some new linseed oil. It's always good to like refreshen your tools every now and again. But I'm just using a really kind of varied palette. I kind of keep to the basics and then mix from there. So I would say if you get your primaries down and you just kind of go around, like I have my special ones, like I always have to have Prussian blue out. I always have to have a certain kind of teal out. But at least if you get high quality pigments, you won't have any issues with the pigments being diluted basically or too transparent right out of the tube. So you can really just mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. And, if you are a tattooer or an avid painter or anyone that deals with rock pigments, you kind of get a good feel for how to mix certain ones. So I think I have one yellow for some reason. I just can't get it to mix with certain things. So I just, try a different product and see if it works best or not, or better or not. But I'm kind of going in first and adding all my shadows to like my deepest layers. I tend to work very much so from dark to light. Um, and sometimes like, I don't know, I've heard some people kind of get weird off by this or scared of this because what if it's like watercolor, what if you go too dark? But I think it just comes from tattooing. I'm very used to just, keeping track of everything and where it needs to go. And I'm using a rather large brush too for this area because I do kind of want this um, to be kind of put off into the distance, create that nice depth of field. So sometimes when I use a larger brush and I'm a little looser with it, it already kind of adds that nice little haze, like that forced aperture if you're doing photography. Um, yeah, so I'm going to kind of go in and work on these textures a bit. If you're watching, feel free to ask questions. I love questions, even though I can talk all day about the octopus and all of its mightiness. um, I really do want to kind of capture that this guy's more of like a weird little alien figure. For some reason, I fantasize about octopuses just kind of traveling through space on their own accord in their own time frame. So I kind of make them a little alien, but it's really easy to do that because they basically are aliens. Wonderful little things. Let's see what's going. I wanted to mention, Gabe. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of stuff on this on the forum on the app, and especially with Derb and all the interviews going on. It looks really really good. I'm like really proud to be able to do this with you guys.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it's amazing that everyone's contributing. The yeah, it's pretty out of control. Thank you. And again,
Yeah.
the painting jams that you're doing and that everyone's bringing in is it's pretty sick. The library
That's
just
pretty,
keeps growing.
No, it's great. I really have to upload a bunch of my time lapses. I just have to
Ah, yeah.
find the good ones. I have like all these ones where you can see the back of my head for, like 20 minutes and then
Right.
yeah, go through and edit it a little bit just so you can see it. But
When you
no,
start documenting, it turns into editing for days. It's like,
for
oh,
days. I don't know how you do this. I've been kind of getting a little bit more crafty with it just because I don't know. I have a buddy who got TikTok viral in like a month, and I was like, we're healthily very competitive with each other,
nice.
and yeah, we move each other. Without him, I don't think I would get my butt off as much as I do off the ground, but. Um, I've been trying to, stay on top of things and the way the world is, virtual or, yeah, I guess like anything virtual, anything online or videos, like people are kind of getting bored with still images. They want to see videos.
You know, yeah, video's always kind of been. Uh, it's always more engaging, right? That's why the movies are. If you could see this really big, it'd be even better, right? And if
Oh,
it was in
yeah.
3D or VR versions. But
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I want to talk to you guys about that. So I
I'm not.
got
I'm not.
it.
You got the
Oh,
Oculus?
it's uh-huh. Oh, yes. And I need to figure out how I need to talk to your guy about how to record yourself while you're in it because I've
Hmm.
just been drawing and painting and building and like I'm hooked. I am
Oh, that's awesome.
absolutely hooked. It is so awesome.
That's
And
Jordan Rookus is the
Jordan Rickus,
fellow that
okay.
he does the tattoo collecting podcast,
Oh, okay,
and
good. Yeah, I need to get with him.
I think.
Um, there's so many like does he well, I'll ask him, but as soon as I went into there's this one, if you get a little bit more advanced version, you can mess with the lighting, so you can like build whatever you want to and then change the lighting on it, like different color tones, everything. And this is like, I think this is definitely a game changer after I've messed around with it.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, besides like, I don't know, I played chess with my father across from me. That was cool. He's in
Oh,
Florida.
on the VR.
Yeah, yeah. I have an apartment there.
So he
You
had a
get to
VR setup too.
uh-huh, yeah, I got him one for Christmas. And he hasn't touched it because he's like, I don't know what to do with this. So I had to walk him through it and get him like to the right place. And now I think he's hooked. I think he had no idea about what this was,
So you could play chess with people from around the world in VR.
Uh-huh. Oh, you can play games with them, play chess with them. I just figured out how to slap my friend Nico.
Ah.
You can go see concerts. You can like
Oh
next
yeah.
to
Okay.
your
Yeah.
friend.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. But that was so incredibly nice to just be able to look at my dad, make a funny expression. I mean, it's his
Huh.
avatar, but it's his expressions.
What
Just,
do you mean?
like
So it's like
like
taking a picture of them?
No.
No.
For
Yeah.
each app has like you can make your own avatars, so you can like build it kind of like Sims. You can customize a little character to like kind of look like you. Um, so each one, some of them are pretty detailed, and some of them are real amateur. But the real detailed ones will recognize and pick up if you smile, or if you
Hmm.
frown, or if you laugh, or if you like raise your eyebrow a little bit. It's
That is
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's just getting better. I signed up to be part of this new world building thing. I don't think I'll get it, but yeah, Facebook is building like customizable worlds, so you can build your own world, build your
Huh.
own environment, and
On
then have your
Facebook.
friends coming. Yeah, and then have your
Look,
friends come visit you.
those bastards
Those
sucking us in.
bastards. Yep, I know. And I'm like, oh, it's so obvious what they're doing, but I want it so much.
Oh, hey, actually,
So,
speaking of, they're letting. Looks like they're letting me stream again.
oh, yay.
Let me share this around.
Yeah, what I'm doing now, if anyone wonders, I'm going in with my little brush and getting into all these little cracks, and I'm making sure just to frame out my foreground as much as possible and really going in there with that contrast. You can kind of see I'm just kind of etching around instead of wildly painting, just carefully pushing that pigment up to that border as much as you possibly can. I've been thinking about different ways to like make paint night, like even for viewers or anyone wants to come in later and watch it. Like maybe I can just do funny accents or like I can't Bob Ross it. He's so calm for so long. But like, what if like a good Wisconsin accent? You know, oh my, you know, we're gonna just come in here, you know, build out some of these layers. You know,
Yes.
you got to etch around and make that contrast happen. You just got to do it. There you go. I don't think I could keep it up though.
Getting a little bit of Facebook juice coming though. We got at least another couple dozen people watching. Hello, everybody. Let us know in the chat
Hello,
room
everybody.
how it's going.
Yeah. Anyone have questions? Please ask away. I need to figure out how I can get a camera on my palette so people can see me do crazy things.
Manycam is a good tool. There's actually on the Reinventing the Tattoo YouTube channel. There's a clip of Jason Lesser going through his setup.
Oh, very nice. Let me check that out. You're giving me all these things to check out when I barely get Instagram time.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with Instagram, so that's one of the ways I could do it.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that? I think, I try just not to give it too much energy, you know. I used to fret over it so much because everyone made me feel like I needed to fret over it and that I was just being irresponsible and lazy. But I was like, no, this is literally soul sucking. That's why I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no. If you check out Jeff Gogwe's new blog on his 26swords.com or 26swordstattoo.com, it's good. He's completely off. He actually deleted his.
Oh, so he talks about it why, and he's got some nice ethics.
He always makes nice little, nice, not little blogs, nice long blogs.
Yeah, no, Jeff is, he's like a fathomless well of knowledge. And I've never mind to get some cool tips from Jeff. But no, I'm proud of him. He got off of there. I think like the more that we do it, but then again, like TikTok is right around the corner. You know, I think there's always going to be something.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff's going there though. I think he's.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely fine too, I'm sure, with his clientele as well. But for all these younger people in the industry, you know, it's like all the free advertisement you can get, the better. But I think it's like how much they do it. It's like, you know, when does an addiction go bad? It's when you don't live your life.
Yeah, and it's questionable, I suppose, like how much you really can get out of it, right? Especially these days. Like you just have to, if you're addicted to it, then that'll deliver. But, if you're just posting up and then getting out of there, then, that's not what the software wants. The software wants you to be on there 3 times a day or 10 times a day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I know that for a fact that whatever, I took a break for, I think, a good solid month and a half. Like I just wasn't having it, like life happened and I needed to pay attention to that. And I recognized that I had definitely gotten off whatever algorithm that I was on because I just stayed the same. Like there was nothing. I had more comments and I had more exposure. I felt like real interaction with people. Like I started noticing like, oh, okay, yes, I actually tattoo all these people or have tattooed them. And that's who's following me, where before it was like, I think I was jumping up 100 people, like at least like every couple of weeks or something. And I didn't get as many comments. So I was like, this is really fishy. This is really weird. But that little break definitely showed me kind of how the algorithms work. Like if you don't, yeah, if you don't like involve yourself with it, they push you back.
So we do have so Neil Foster's in the chat room from Wisconsin. He's saying great, good work. I'm just starting to oil paint. Do you have any tips?
Ooh, yes. Go ahead if you're starting into doing it. I would just suggest, get a small set of really good oil paints. I'd say a small set so you're not spending hundreds of dollars. And you can practice blending and mixing your own tones, like try not getting black. That's always fun. Make your own blacks, discover how, like do some test samples, get a bunch of pre-gessoed little boards and just like figure out different tones and color and like how rich you can get things, how dark you can make things. And that'll kind of give you a really good to practice on each color you have and how it functions. Because like I was saying earlier that most oil paint like is different depending on the brand, and it's how much pigment they actually put into the tube. So, and there's a lot, of course, there's a lot of fillers and a lot of things that some companies can put in there and give it its own character and its own life. So, and get good brushes, because if I always say if you try something, you just go cheap, you might not like it because it seems harder to do things, and it does. Like cheap oil paint is a bastard to try to manipulate and control. That's the one thing I've noticed with anyone I've ever like taught or helped, get involved with it, is like I always have them use mine usually, until they like discover that they love it and get their own. But do that. Explore, canvas versus board. I'll say that I've been painting for, probably well over 25 years. And once I started painting on board, I never went back to canvas. Doesn't have any bounce. This is just my personal preference as well. But it doesn't have any bounce. It doesn't have any like other textures. When you're hanging it around, you'll never have that little bowing effect that can happen, especially with oil. If you leave it glossy, if you have like one bow here and then a bow here, and then you'll see all of this shiny and none of this shiny, it's really hard to light sometimes for me, canvas paintings that are oil. And it's all about afterwards when you hang it, what it looks like. So say to start small and work your way up. It's all these little tricks to not feel like you've defeated yourself. If you get done with like one little thing, then you can congratulate yourself and then move on to a bigger project. Watch Bob Ross. He's awesome too. Like, and he also explains things really, really kind of carefully, while he's just painting these very calming, serene things. And also watch these programs too, because you have a lot of modern artists on here that are really awesome.
Yeah, I'll do a little
Especially
bit
with
of I can do a
oil.
little tour.
Yeah.
Oliver says greetings to you and Renee.
Hello, hello.
From Germany. They're doing on Friday afternoons a massive German art jam, which is crazy cool.
Oh, that is crazy
Um,
cool.
let's see. So Neil Foster says, what brand paints?
Oh, let's see. I got a lot. Let's see. Let's see what I mostly have in here. I have some Williamsburg. It's all right. It does a job. I do like a little bit of the lighter colors in that. A lot of gambling. Gambling is here. I'll show. Oh, do I? There's that one. Some Williamsburg. Let's see. Oh, the Daniel Smith oil pick. Oh, these things are amazing. And this is my Prussian blue. You can tell how much it's been through the runaround already. And I think those are like my top three that I use. And they're all really, really good. They're not like the best, but they do have this really, really amazing. Like the pigments are really rich. They just last and last and last. Oh, and you don't have to use a whole lot either. Acrylic you can go through really quite quickly. But that was one thing, Gabe, I like that Nick talked about, was how to kind of preserve your palette as well and preserve your paints because they are really expensive. I think I
Sure.
feel like I mean, I've like will be cursed by the gods if I waste oil paint or acrylic paint even. So you want to use really, really tiny amounts because they go and stretch a really long way, especially if they're good. And take care of your palette. I do like to, sometimes I use like just sheets of plexiglass so I can put in a big Tupperware and put that in the freezer. I also have like a bladder palette that it's two-sided and it has like a ring around it. You can snap it closed and I can just throw that in the freezer. That one's usually my travel one because I can literally just put it like, you know, like vertical in my backpack and go. But I use like just sheets of plexiglass because I've got a bunch of it because I'm constantly working at my shop. So um, I just have like just shards and I reuse them as much as I can, you know, before I deem them dead. We basically recycle everything here. So
Nice.
plastic plates, anything you can use.
I'm going to show off a little tour of some of the other oil painting
Oh
demos that
yeah,
we have here.
yeah.
So this is the reinventing community that we keep talking about in the app stores or community.reinventingthetattoo.com. I want to come in here to the library. I want to check out the videos. And then, well, for one, there's tons of art jams here. And some of the ones from Renee's past here. But if you scroll down here, we've got the Alla Prima here with Nick Baxter. And so this is got all the required materials to do the still life. It's, you know, this one's 3 hours and 26 minutes of of Nick going through doing a full still life here. It's out of control. Nick is such a badass.
I know. Oh,
Um,
God, don't do what I do and just like make your own still life and just do whatever. I was such
you
an
know,
idiot
you
once.
should, right? I mean, it's you
Yeah.
kind of go through, however. But let's see. He also has Nick's got a landscape oil painting here, and yeah, he
Mhm.
talks about what brush brands and oils and um,
Yeah, that
yeah,
one's a
this
good one.
there's another one, another 3 hours plus of Nick painting this, and then we've got Rain. I think Rain Del Mar did or Judy Parker with mermaids, nature landscapes with Rain Del Mar. Yes,
Yeah,
this is
her
a four and a
landscapes
half
are
hour paint jam.
gorgeous. Hmm.
Yeah, and, yeah, you can see when we get going, some of the Sunday nights, we'll have a hell of a lot of people beaming in here. So yeah, so this is that's in the Art Jam folder. And then, but if you're looking for like some straight up how to kind of shit or stuff, we've got in the VTG on demand. This is a bunch of replays, and so painting a donut with Christina Ramos.
Hmm.
Oh, that's me big, but here. Well, this is her painting a donut, and let's see. We've got Matt Hurtado doing. This is like straight up oil 101 here, right? He's just working on gradients and squares. And so it's like full on, you know, just how to get control of the oils in a very simple, controlled format here. It's freaking great. And then,
Hmm.
but yeah, so there's a whole mess of oil painting tips and tricks. And yeah, these art jams, you know, and all of them here, there's all sorts of great questions. And yeah, there we
Hmm.
go. Okay.
Yeah, and you're never too old to watch them. I feel like it's yeah, like I love those things because I everyone's such at different levels and different, you know, like Nick, oh my gosh, he's been just such an avid, he's been able to just avidly paint through his tattoo career, even where I know I like didn't paint for I think like 3 years once just because I was like tattoo, I was obsessed. Um, and now it's like I'm so thankful that there's a place that I can go and just like re-pick up, you know, the things that I had maybe lost during those times of just like refocusing on a different medium. Um, And they're just so knowledgeable. You always learn something new.
Well, yeah, and with people like Nick or Guy or a lot of the people that are on here, if you rewatch them a year or two later, you're in a different place, so you're able and
Hmm.
capable of understanding different things, and
Hmm. Exactly.
it's it's pretty fun. It's a lot of people were talking about doing that with a Jeff Gogwe seminar. They would watch the seminar a couple times, or keep watching it and get new things out of it.
Oh yeah, no, I can see that. He has very good stories that he'll tell in the middle of explaining something, and then you realize, like when he's done with the story, that that was the explanation. And yeah, it's very nice to like pick up on his little nuances. That was always one person at shows I was always glad to see. Like, oh, good. I can nerd out with that guy. Good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Yeah. So, uh, yeah, oil is pretty freeing too. It just stays really nice and fluid, and you can just kind of come back and swoosh things around. And I mean, there's so many different little tricks you can do while you're painting with oils. And oh my God, even right now, I'm just like, I was telling you earlier, I was like, I've just been building out for the last, forever. Like it's so meditative and nice to be able to just paint. And oils is so forgiving. Um, it's always kind of funny when people say they're very intimidated about it.
Neil says thank you. Well, technically
Mhm,
says thanks.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, always here to help if any more questions. I hope I answered everything. Like tip wise. Get some linseed oil as well, or a nice walnut oil. That will help you kind of move the paint a little bit easier, and play around with that. Get some mineral spirits or odorless mineral spirits. Um, and that's how you clean your brush. And be good to your brushes, everyone. Make sure you clean them and treat them nice. I see them as like little animals, and you gotta like, pet their hair in a certain way. So you don't make them all frayed and just unkept, because then you have no control of what you're doing. I know I've been having a lot of fun even working on that little still life that I started or with Nick, even though it wasn't the assignment. I'm gonna finish it. Let's see. So I'm still working. Why? Okay, so I want to talk about why I guess octopuses are kind of my jam. Because I didn't start until I want to say like 2012. And I was having a hard time. It was like during that period of where I hadn't painted in 3 years. Everyone thought I was depressed, and I probably was too. But just no, I was just working and figuring out where I was, what I was really doing in the tattoo world. I was in Florida, so the industry down there is a little different from what I've learned, and it was pretty hard. It was pretty tough. Like we had that job, we had the housing market just crash, and tattooing was really kind of it was a very hard, tough industry. It was very competitive. So I really had to give everything I had to it. But there was someone across the street from the studio I worked at that my mom actually knew, and he was the fish guy of St. Petersburg, Florida, and he would do the same thing that I do now. He would invite me to his draw nights. He would either have it at the studio, and then sometimes he did drink and draws. And I'm so excited about the upcoming drink and draw, um, just because there's something nostalgic to it. And I can't wait to get with a bunch of tattooers that are also artists and just, yeah, drink and draw. It's something that's really fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. Oh boy. Well, this one in
Oh
particular,
boy.
the one that's coming up in March is a drunk critique.
Okay, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, I got a message for that.
Awesome.
So should I like, just prepare to stay up all night or
Um,
no?
yeah, it could get late, but it's
Okay.
3 hours max. We're not doing any 9-hour epics anymore.
Oh, okay. That's what I mean. Like, should I
No,
be
no, no,
prepared
no,
for
no. It'll be like 8 to 11.
that? Oh, okay. Okay.
The last drunk
Well,
critique was good enough for like 3 months of drunk critique.
I wish I was there. That sounds amazing. Is that one archived?
It is, yeah. It's up there on the.
Oh.
Yeah.
9 hours of drunk talk is archived.
9 hours.
Oh.
Well, it was probably 8.5 hours of drunk talk. The first half hour, maybe we were just getting into it. Oh no, but yeah, then Joey Cap came in and Paul Bluth beamed in. Let me see here. I'm going to. Let's see here. Trying to find the appropriate window. Oh, maybe this will just pop it up. Okay. What's showing? No, this is not showing the right thing. Stop. Let's see. So we're going to. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if I really want to be pointing everybody here, but library, videos, drunk critique, and the there's more of them than there's these two, but here's 9 hours and 23 minutes, and let's see here. Let's beam in. Let's see where we were at.
Like, what do you remember? Like, they all started getting drunk right about now.
Oh, no idea when. I mean, there's where Kim Sai came in. She like came in for like 2 seconds. Is this playing?
Oh, there we go.
Yes, we do.
It's so bad, and I feel so bad for them, and I'm horrified for them because
I mean, we get help, but the first.
Let's jump to the middle.
That was always the deal I had with Cheyenne. So
they're talking about Cheyenne now.
Got into Cheyenne because of me. Kari Baba got into Cheyenne.
Yeah. Wait, that means that Joe must have been yelling back here.
Turn around.
Bob, we don't see you.
we see your table.
You don't see
Nice
me?
table.
Just hit the thing around.
Gabe, are you sleeping? No.
Can I jump into this? Because I don't think I think I'm the one who have seen this, like, in that
Tell me if you can't see me. Oh wait. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
You're looking at the whole time? Hold on.
Yeah, we looked at a wonderful table.
No, I heard you, Bob, but
With beautiful reflections.
I want to get into
shit, just hold on. How do I
Is
turn
that
this?
Tony wearing a
I see
Santa
all
hat?
you guys except for me. I see
There's
my
a little
gosh.
2 arrows.
I can't believe
Yes,
Tony
no.
is.
Lewis says. Ryan says.
No, you didn't. You're not reinventing. You reinvented that shit like fucking 5 years ago, dude.
This is 7 hours and 40 minutes in.
Oh
I
man.
have a Bob Dylan portrait from Bob. Took 12 hours.
That makes sense.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
I believe.
Oof.
Oof. I was just great seeing Tony drunk. I haven't seen him in forever.
You know, it ends up, yes, very much like that.
I
That
can
was a
handle
little
that.
special. That was the holiday special. Right, we can't always do 9 hours. We will never do 9 hours again, maybe until next Christmas. Holidays.
Christmas. Okay. All right.
It's a holiday party, not a Christmas party.
I think if Tony saw me, he would literally shit his pants or heard me or anything, because it's been since, oh man, I don't even know. I used to do the Asbury Park show a bunch, and that's when I think I first met him. Oh, that would be nuts to see him again. Oh man, but no, I think that's what I miss even from conventions. Like just kind of that interaction. I've always been able to just be really relaxed around fellow tattooers. And we all kind of get drunk and just want to like scream to the world, but yet we all have like the same thing, or that's what we discover is like we all feel kind of the same way by the end of the conversation, you know, and we can like hype each other up. And that's wonderful, you know. It's like we can't talk to our family about this stuff, you know, just because they wouldn't like quite understand necessarily. Some of them would, but some of them, mostly mine wouldn't. I would say that.
Yeah, mine definitely don't. Hey, so Heinz Grained from Germany is in the chat room, and he sent over a whole mess of pictures that I'm going to be putting into one of these 3D galleries. But while he's there, I'm gonna screen share this here. Check out this shit. Whoa. So this is let's see. So this is a collab between Chris Morant, Grained, and Heinz. Oh, it's Heinz's birthday today. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Are you having?
Ooh,
Are you
nice.
drinking beer? Look at that! Yeah.
That's awesome. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that little portal in the back. That's nice. Oh yeah, I like that. That's very nice. Ooh, very slick. Ooh, yeah, the light source on that one is just perfect almost. Oh wow, yeah, that's really nice.
Oh, hey there. That's quick. I'm going to put these in that 3D gallery setup, and this is pretty cool going through them here. Let's see. This is another Chris.
Is this still like the is this just like free BioCollab, or is the BioCollab that you guys had on here?
This is from that collab. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Heinz, did you? He's doing collabs all the time with all sorts of people.
Okay.
Some of these might have been from that night.
Oh wow!
But there's a lot of them. He sent over a couple dozen.
Oof. Yeah, I see all that like organic texture up and like the little touches of organic. I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one's cool. It's like little bone shards coming through. That's nice. Oh yeah, I love that.
I'm gonna go through the rest of these, like half a dozen.
God, I love bio. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bioencyclopedia is obviously. Did you have a copy of that? Have you checked that out yet?
No. Oh wait, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, yes. And it's like, okay, I do. Okay, so I draw bio, but when I see stuff like this, I'm like, oh man.
We'll get in and do some collabs with folks.
No one will see my bio. Yeah, no, I know, I really do. The last time I even talked to someone about doing bio is like James Bulk. And then COVID happened and we just both kind of like got in our heads, you know. And I was a little intimidated too, because there's like, I do very specific. I feel like I'm very specific with mine. And I would need I probably would just need someone to actually just like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Like start it for me at least. And I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll be doing more of those bio collabs in the future. So this is Heinz work here. Oh, this is Heinz Brad Bacco from Brad's from Australia.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, what day do you guys do the bio collab?
It's just it'll pop up in the schedule.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't happen regularly. Oh, look, we got a fair amount. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna hop down here a little. I don't want to. Oh yeah, look at I love how the different artists bring the different flavors too.
I know. Did you see those little spikes in the very background? It was adorable. It's very subtle.
Marcus Liesch. My German pronunciation is horrible, but now okay. So check these out. These are all 3D shit.
Oh yeah. No, I love that subtle, like real light green up against all those real nice opaque grays.
Flipping around now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think this is like ZBrush. Would be my guess.
God, that's cool.
A couple more. Oh, what the?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's like all these new little tools. I mean, we could just be using them to draw sleeves and like imagine like that as a, yeah, it's just it blows my mind. I've been playing around a lot with the light features with the VR. So hopefully I'll get to do some really crazy stuff coming up. Yeah, and I got a bunch of back pieces coming up. So I think all of them will be influenced by that. I don't think I could help it.
Barry in the chat room is saying so nice. Digging some of Heinz' work there. Well, and or your painting, I'm sure.
Yes. No,
Bruno says happy birthday, Heinz.
Oh, so did you guys got some frozen, or you guys got some freezing rains last week, didn't you?
Yeah, little, nothing more than usual though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. Texas really got it bad, but we had some rolling blackouts, and I had a pipe burst at the shop. Yeah, just flooded one room.
Oh, that sucks.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I was like, it could have been a lot worse, but I was quick. I was very quick to act, so
that's good.
It was, it wasn't too bad.
No, for the most part, it's gotten pretty cold, but I'm a big fan of breathing in oxygen, which is fuel for their system. And, you know, if you're deliberate about it, you don't even have to get cold while you're walking through the, you know, I get down to 0 degree weather. If it gets below 0, then I might think twice. But.
Well, yeah. I think it was 5. And then I think it was -4, I think was the coldest it got here. Which it just doesn't happen a whole lot. So, I mean, we don't have the infrastructure. So everyone was snowed in for, I mean, an entire week. My clients are a little different, but most of my employees here, you know, my fellow tattooers, everyone canceled. So like no one tattooed for a week. But my clients, they were just like, no, we're doing it right. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to, we still have power, so let's do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're like, well, I don't want to wait 3 months, so let's do it. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm from Florida, so you know we can like tattoo through anything. I don't know if that's an excuse, you know. I like to think it is. Okay. Yeah, working all along. Let's see. Oh yeah. So like why the octopus? I always say too, like if you can paint an octopus or even draw one that looks 3-dimensional, brava. Because there is something to play with background and foreground, and that is where I really that's kind of where my brain always goes when I'm painting. I want drama. I want like someone to look into my paintings and see like a little world through what I force them to look at first. And the octopus is great because like we see all these circular patterns and all these little nauticals, like little spirals. It's little golden ratio spirals, but really like you can control it either being like the edge of one suction cup could be super crystally clear where the rest of the tentacle you can tell that it's falling back behind the octopus, or the beginning of a tentacle versus the very tip of it. Like I can make this look like a slinky that's unraveling and it's coming towards you and pushing it back. And I think it's like the rhythmic idea of getting that forward and backwards, like that's what's fun to me. Because then you can play with lighting, you can play with texture, you can play with movement, you can kind of really play with the viewer's eye and your own eye while you're doing it, and see like what story do you want to tell of this creature. Because they are like, I don't know if anyone's seen one in the wild or up close, but they're rather inquisitive. They get frightened really quickly, and when they get frightened, they do crazy things. You can see them kind of implode really quickly and hide inside some coral or a little coral cave, or a little rock with a hole in it. But to see like what they move forward first, like their little feet, and what they leave behind is really quite interesting. Because if you think about if us as humans were to run away and then our feet are trailing behind us, so they do have like designated like fronts and backs sometimes. And I think that kind of tells about the body language of the beast, and it kind of tells exactly like maybe they are going towards something, or maybe they're headed towards something. So like this guy, I can make it look like he's headed towards this giant, galaxy in the background, because he's going to go probably eat some planets or something, of course. But that's kind of the color play and why I choose the octopus so much. Another thing you can do that's kind of like this is you can do maybe like in the aquatic field, you can do like a school of fish. It's the same principle. A school of fish, there's always like the leaders, and sometimes they move around, but they're all headed towards different directions. So if you can show that like maybe like the school of fish is turning, or the school of fish is coming towards you, or it's leaving behind you. And you can do that all by choosing out which directions you want to show and bring forward and make it really crispy and really clear. And that can be your play on depth of field. So I always try to make things a little technical because that's how my brain works. I need that technicality. I need that difficulty just to be able to really be invested and entertained while I'm painting. But some people, if you want to just like paint for the fun of it and have no, a non-responsible painting, as I call it, and sometimes I have those too. Trying something really like a still life, or just anything kind of non-movement, this literally is a beast full of muscles, so it's going to show a lot of movement, a lot of motion. And I sometimes, stagnant things are just kind of a little bit easier to paint because they are what they are, and it's a little bit more relaxing as well. But if I don't have conflict, it's I get bored pretty easily.
So Heinz was saying, let's see, Renee, you spoke about VR. There are some really good programs for VR. Medium, for instance, is fun, which is VR sculpting.
Ooh, okay.
Checked out Medium yet?
I don't think I've checked out Medium. I'm trying to think of the one. Oh my gosh, I'm having the biggest brain fart, and I've been having it since we've been talking about DVR. The main painter one that I've been using. It's like the only one that you can paint and do things. But I'll check out the Medium. I've also been checking out, there's an engineering one. So people are designing, you can design cars, you can design like actual sheets. I've been using that one a lot. Just because I have been designing a lot of my building. And so it's kind of been helping me see things a little clearer. So I don't sound like such an idiot to some of my contractors. I'm like, no, like this. And then one of them, I just showed him the VR. I was like this. And he's like, oh my God, it was very cool. And he's like, I have to get that. Yeah. So yeah, no, thank you for the tip. I think it's such a helpful tool. Stupid Facebook.
No, that came from the app from Heinz. He said it's really affordable, like $20.
Oh, yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, and that's the thing. All the apps are super affordable. Um, I kind of like went on a little binge there and was just like downloading every free thing I could. And then started like slowing down and really like, okay, what am I putting on this thing? I think the most expensive thing I've bought so far was $35, and it was Mist. Do you remember Mist, Gabe? You're of that era.
Oh yeah, I remember Mist. I could program Mist.
What? Really?
That would be the type of thing I would program back in the day.
Oh, well, dang. Yeah. Well, now you can actually walk through the island and read actual book. Like you can pick up a book, you can put it back on the shelf, you can walk around, you can go stand stand near the water and watch like birds fly by. It's really
It's
kind of
like
crazy.
full on.
Yeah, fully immersed. It's really wild. There's some things on there that I know Guy was saying that his vision is so particular, they can't pick up 3D things. But I'm noticing I have vertigo, and I'm realizing that a lot of I love space too, which is so, it drives me crazy because I downloaded all these spacewalks and all of these, like imagine just the sun coming at you pretty quickly and then you're in front of it. And what really did me in is that there's asteroids zooming past me, and I looked behind me and saw them coming, and there's no horizontal plane, there's nothing, they just have you floating in space. So I mean I could even like exit out of there, I just had to take the goggles off and go, oh my god, and like just look at a horizon line. So some of it's pretty intense. It's always a good thing to be aware of that. If you download a space app, you're going to be floating alone in space, and it's very scary.
And I'm showing off some of the Mist VR via whatever the YouTubes.
Oh yeah, I need to really get on there and figure out how to film myself.
I guess he was saying it was medium VR.
Oh yeah, look! Oh my god, it's so cool.
Okay, good.
Oh, see, it's showing me all the tips. Like, don't show me, Gabe. I have to figure out the puzzle.
This isn't Mist. This is the sculpting.
Oh, okay, there we go. I saw the Mist one.
This is sweet, crazy.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, and there's also there's a spray can one as well. That's pretty on point. Oh wow, so you can cut it like clay. Oh, that's cool.
How are you watching it now? I shut it off.
Oh no, I think I'm delayed a little bit.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So yeah, Heinz says there's also a pretty cool VR graffiti tool called King Spray.
That's what it is. Yes, yes, yes. And it's very touch sensitive, so you can make it kind of just whisper, out of the can, or you can make a splat, or you can really, it's really touch sensitive. And my friend does a lot of graffiti art, and he just raves about it. He says it's so lifelike.
Nice.
So if you want to brush up your graffiti skills.
This is crazy.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's definitely a delay.
Okay, let's see it do. Yeah.
Look at that gloss that they put at the paint too.
Yeah.
And I think like when you do the videos of it, it does mattify a lot of things. When you're in the VR, it's almost the texture, the textures are so real that, I mean, everything is illuminated and just lifelike. It's sick. Dare I say it's sick. But also just learning tools as well. I believe in being a cultured, fully rounded person, especially in the arts. There's so many, and every culture has an amazing, there's opportunities everywhere to learn different mediums, different styles, different reasons, different symbols for things, everything. The more knowledge you have, of course, the more powerful you can be in your craft, whatever that may be. There's so many apps on there for travel and just visiting different countries, different places. I thought it'd be kind of cheesy, like these pre-selected places, but no, some of them you have full control. You can like swim around coral reef system in Jamaica. And so even there, like I can get references, I can get all kinds of things. Because I mean, they're just that clear. They're that bright. And I mean, honestly, now, like with coral bleaching and things like that, like our old colorful references of old have kind of gone away. And I think I've gone through every single National Geographic from the 70s I possibly can, to forget like different new references, or I, plague my friends who do underwater photography or something. But I mean, this is a whole new element because you can just be in it, go down there yourself and get the right angles you want. And that I think is so cool. And even, I mean, I look a lot at like gaming books and like codexes for like Warhammer and things like that, because the artwork is so wonderful. But then I always think, oh, it'd be so cool to see this character in a certain view, just to make sure I get the lighting right or something. But now you can actually go into the VR system, walk around that character and snap a photo of it. And there you go. That's insane to me that has that much flexibility.
Yeah, it's out of control. So let's see. So Heinz says that the King Spray has multiplayer, which is pretty sick.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
And then let's see. I told you. As you were talking about the VR Space app, I highly recommend Sandbox Universe. You can create your own solar system and even throw moons onto a planet and stuff like that.
What? Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Sandbox Universe.
Sandbox Universe. Thank you, sir. Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love the multiplayer too. There's a lot of different meeting places, and so far I've tried events, and Rec Room is kind of fun. If you just want to go kind of putz around with your friend and play some games. And it's pretty incredible how it works. Just because there are, thousands of people using the same app, and you can go there and meet people, talk to people. And you see them walking around, you can approach someone and talk to them. But they only, if you're on the same server, then you can see them. So it is pretty nice that you can even keep like a really tight knit community that you can look at and see and communicate with. And then like go just do anything. So I didn't know about that multiplayer. That's awesome. I'll have to download that tonight. Anybody wants to spray paint with me? That'd be fun.
Showing off the Universe Sandbox.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm going to use that. Yeah, that's cool. But that's the Milky Way still. I wonder if they have different backdrops. Oh, that's a planet. That's amazing. Okay. Exactly. Look at that reference. I mean, Yeah, that's awesome. Yep, downloading that tonight. And that's, I mean, that's the addictive part of it, is that everything's
Yeah,
real
how would
cheap,
you just
but
not like
I buy everything.
just
It's hard.
wormhole after wormhole? No pun intended. Wormhole after wormhole.
Ha. Ha. Yeah, this is, it makes me feel like a kid in a candy store and I want everything.
I am so close to getting one of. I'm not so close. After I go on
You're getting one,
vacation with
Gabe.
a family, then I'll
Oh
come
yeah,
back and I'll
yeah.
get one for research.
Yeah, for research, yes, yes. I got one to give one to my father, which was totally true, but I'm like, it doesn't hurt to get myself one
If it's
for
multiplayer.
research. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, okay, Gabe, we're gonna go do some shoot 'em up games.
My business is I've always been a strategy game kind of a guy. So
Oh, yes, yes.
and I'm horrible at any of the Twitch ones. Heinz says
That's
the
actually,
octopus looks great. Yeah.
oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're just slowly building layers. Actually, that was the one that my dad and my sister got most excited about, was playing the shoot 'em up games, because that's what we used to do when we were all kids. So I was like, you guys pick the one you like and we'll get on there. And me and my sister are pretty ruthless. We're pretty good. But I haven't yet even played one because I've just been so obsessed with all the art applications and just hanging out with my buddy.
Yeah.
And that is really nice. I didn't even realize how bad, like it's almost good enough. I'll say that, to be able to hang out with like a close friend that you can't normally see a lot.
Sure.
It's almost like, yeah, all right, this is good. All right, this will get me through, like I still can't wait to see them in person all the time, but yeah. I mean, we had a little slap fight for 5 minutes just because we could. Like it was
Nice.
like it was like we were little kids and we can discover together, and go follow each other around, like what's this? What's this?
That's awesome.
Interact with other people, and there are some douchebags on there, but you can't block them. And it's kind of funny because it's like they can't hurt you, but they're just, they're everywhere. And it's just kind of funny that, I don't know, you can like deal with them on this whole other level.
That's pretty fun. So Art by Mike just tuned in and said hi.
Hello.
So I guess this is a good time to ask people, has anybody seen the new Jeff Gogwe video teaser?
Ooh, no.
If you haven't, say so in the chat room and then we'll go play it. We'll just go play it anyways.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I haven't seen it. Let's see it. Let's go see Jeff. All right, everybody, we're going to see Jeff.
Okay, this is just 26swords.com. Let's see here. I just saw this new video out now. Like, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I have to want to say they are in terms of use. Think flexible. Yeah, crazy. And I hope to talk to you later. I hope it keeps you awake tonight. I hope that your mind.
What are we calling it? It's called Less is More on here. Yeah. Less is more.
Okay. I'm not going to play the whole thing because
that was intense.
You have to go see his go see it on his page. It's pretty awesome though.
Yeah, that was super well. Ooh, yeah, it was well edited. That had me sucked in. That was good.
Well,
Let's see. Are you still there? I think I just had like a little blackout.
Oh, nope, I am still here, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. My headphones, yeah, my headphones are good. Okay, good, good, good.
Figure probably go for about another 15 minutes, and then gives me a little
Yeah.
time to turn it over for the exercise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I can do this little thing. Okay, so we're getting to the point of where I'm pushing this forward, or this tentacle forward, right? So we've been working this whole time pushing it back. And we do that because black is really, really high pigmented. It's kind of hard to lift up. So if we can just kind of let it dry a little bit and then go over it, this will like start building up that layer of creaminess and texture. So if this light is coming over here from this giant galaxy, then my highlights will be kind of more on the tips in the front, because that's where the light would kind of go through and just subtly glance upon him there. But just bringing that little subtlety of bright can really bring that first tentacle out more. And I'm going to let this whole section dry actually, and probably go through and even darken up now the suction cups to kind of get these front suction cups more present, and then these guys more present, and then kind of push back everything out. So it really will kind of look like, again, a slinky that was stationary, and we just pulled out that center. And yeah, it'll kind of look like our octopus is trying to reach out to us, the viewer, and reach out to this little galaxy. So that'd be fun. It looks like a true, beautiful little monster. They are freaking terrifying in person. But, you know, I think that's actually why I paint them. So let's see. Yeah, if anyone has any questions at all, you can ask away. If not, totally write it on the comments anyways, and I can always address it for next time. I'm always down for that. I know it's always an odd day on Monday. That's like my one day that I can do it. So I always know people watch it afterwards. Y'all tell me, and thank you so much for your comments and your support. I really just do it because I think that painting really helps the mind and the spirit. And even though I'm not the best practitioner of self-care, I really hope that everyone else is right now, because shit's still kind of crazy. So everyone can paint if they just put forth a little bit of effort. And a lot of people have a lot of time right now, so why not? And it's kind of gifting yourself something too when you're done. You know, you've definitely accomplished something. I don't think there's a whole lot of things you can do these days to get that same kind of enjoyment of completing something than other people can enjoy as well. Because I mean, lately I've been collecting and collecting again. I have, yeah, it's one of those times. And I just love other people's art, you know. I try to get rid of paintings as fast as I make them. But I love looking at other people's art. So I make sure that I'm constantly collecting just as much as I'm constantly painting, because their paintings also highly influence me as well. And hopefully makes my art even better. Even, yeah, it's just tentacles. Lots and lots of tentacles. And make sure when you clean up, if you've been painting quietly, you know, make sure that you don't stop when I do unless you want to. Just keep going, and make sure you really, really treat your brushes well, because they are like our little pets or our little creatures that will help us through. And when you really get to know a brush, you know, it really will help your painting career, or just it'll help your paintings because you have better control. You know how it'll react, you know what it'll do. And the faster you can get out of thought, I always say, the better. So if you're fighting your tools, you know, it'll make things really hard and kind of slow you down. So treat your brushes well out there, and practice some tentacles if you want, or some space, or some fish, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I didn't do any galaxy, but I definitely got some nice beginnings to this oil. So hallelujah. We did it, Gabe. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that looks looking great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's funny. Half the time I don't know whether my mic is on or not.
Oh, same.
Let's see. So Art of Mike says, I've been working on painting Scully and tentacles. I'll post a pic to the app.
Oh, wonderful. Very, very awesome. Yeah, everyone share on the app. Same thing. If you have any little videos, anything that you kind of share can definitely help someone else that's trying to learn, and that's what I like about the app, to be honest, not a sales pitch. I like that the people that are on there are all doing the same thing. We all want to learn. We all want to grow. We all want to get a little bit better. And so there's so many tricks in this trade that maybe Derbs, how to sit correctly so you can prolong your career, or maybe Nick's, very, very instructional videos about how he attacks a painting, to me just kind of rambling on about what I'm doing or why my theories are the way they are, everything kind of helps because we all think differently, like two planets passing in the night, and sometimes we match up. Sometimes, someone speaks the same language. For me, sometimes it'll take like 5 people, but yeah, you just got to find your language. And I think there's got to be at least someone on the app that, you think like, because there's so many people now.
It's just cruise past 1,000. And yeah, to your point, it's pretty awesome that it's all people that are there to, inspire and create art. And at first, when I realized I wanted to post up some pictures of some random pictures, I was like, how come I can't just post pictures on my personal account? And I was talking with the developers, and they're like, no, you have to post in a group. It's okay. It keeps it on topic. And I was like, I don't get it. What if I just want to post up a picture of like any random thing? And then I was like, oh, you have to post up a tattoo picture or an art picture, or a travel picture, something for critique, something in the marketplace. There's actually not even a politics group, which is so awesome. I love it. It's like there's people that I want to fight to the death on Facebook, but I love them on Reinventing.
Right. And that's it. I think if we're given a platform to just do what's actually important, I think Facebook has just become a platform of hate speech, or, it's like an open diary to the world. I don't think, that's...
Well, it's the algorithms are designed specifically, like it doesn't even make a difference what it doesn't make a difference what's going to keep you on it. That's what it's going to feed you. That's what it's designed to feed you. And so if that actually truly is puppy dogs and, pink bunny rabbits, then that is actually what it will feed you. Unfortunately, human nature is pretty dark and real easy to go down rabbit holes.
Oh, yeah. No, thank goodness I just see pictures of my niece and nephews, but I know it's on there, so I just get off with it. I'm like, okay, I saw my pictures. I'm done.
Yep, nice.
Yep.
It tries. It's amazing to watch it, like, tempt you. Yeah. I think we might get Heinz to zoom in, yeah. I'm going to try to get him to zoom in for a birthday beer.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, then I realized that I just typed in beam in for a beer to someone who speaks German natively. So it's like, I wonder how does that translate?
I'm sure the same German, the conjugations
he figured it out.
Pretty close.
He asked if you mean Zoom. I try to use more normal words sometimes. Like even beaming in is a little bit of an odd.
Well, I mean, everyone had Star Trek, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go get a beer and have one for Heinz's birthday, whether he beams in or not. I'll be right back.
That sounds amazing. Have one for me, kid. I'm still at work. Heinz, I will have a beer when I get out of work today for you. And happy birthday.
Yeah, it looks like you might be in.
Oh, nice.
Voila. Rock. Oh man, it's getting to be what it's 2:30 there now.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Heinz.
Hello.
How goes it? Happy birthday.
Happy
you very much.
birthday.
Cheers. I have to be careful. This is my good camera.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the couch because it's yeah.
Hey, Heinz.
It's your birthday.
Oh, are you playing it in the background? Hey.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Hi, Heinz, I think you might be playing it in the background.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm sitting on the couch.
I love the echo panic. So how old are you now?
40.
40,
Ooh,
okay.
good job. You made
40
it.
years old, yes.
Congratulations.
But unfortunately, I can't have a party, so fuck Corona.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have
Maybe
another 40.
41
Yeah,
will be
right.
my year.
Wow.
Exactly.
And what is the average age of the males in Germany? Is it like it's 80s, 76?
Yes, I think it's 80, 81, 82 maybe.
You're
Oh,
still
wow.
hoping it's 82. That way you're not quite halfway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
What else did you
looks
do
really
today?
cool.
Anything? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, what is there to do during COVID where you're at?
I'm in
Besides
Germany
drink
and
beer?
we're in a lockdown right now, so
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
work for a month now, and
Oh.
we're all waiting here to open our shops again.
Right.
So
No,
we're really losing a lot of money, and it's a bad situation.
yes, one of my
And
friends was
the
in
government's not kicking you any dough?
Oh.
Yes, they promised us some money, and it took a little time, but they gave us some money. So it's okay. I can survive, but
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I don't like to get money from the government.
Same.
like
I
No.
don't either.
I absolutely would way prefer to work but generally, if I have to take it from the government, then I'd usually just work twice as hard. I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of this. But obviously, y'all just need to wait until
yes, we have to
until
wait.
everything lifts. That's
right.
Yeah, so I want people to survive, and I don't want older people here to die. So if that's the way, yeah, it's the way.
Thank
It's
you.
okay for me, but
Thank you. Thank you. It's been pretty eye-opening here in Oklahoma about who doesn't care. It's not like they don't believe it; they just don't care.
Yeah.
So I've been, this is a little fascist-y to me. So I'm a stubborn little lady, and just feels like I get into some kind of argument with someone who just wants to intimidate me, because they get close too, like where they normally I don't think would. I think people are abusing the sense of new power or something that they have. It's like they have a secret weapon and they can walk around and be an asshole. Yeah. So
yesterday the weather was really, really beautiful here. It was a sunny day, the first really sunny day, and yeah, in the town next to us, people went crazy. They all went outside without masks, and they said, "Yeah, it's such a beautiful weather. I just want to enjoy my life." Yeah, fuck you.
we all do.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
A friend of mine, he lost his father of COVID. And I have friends that really got sick of that shit, and another friend of mine. She's a nurse, and she was in the front line, and she felt sick for 4 weeks, and it's now, I think, yeah, 7 weeks later. Now she's not 100% fit, and she was not in a risk group, but it got her from the back. So
yeah, I'm this is becoming a new thing where now we're going to start hating one another just for being careless, which I don't know how this is going to play out in the next 10 years, but it'll be interesting. But I'm sorry to hear that. It really
and people here tell me that Bill Gates want to kill them. So I don't know what's in their mind.
People are crazy.
I always say don't watch too much movies, or maybe don't play too much video games.
Yeah. Or maybe like watch it for entertainment, realizing it's fiction.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the sad part is the conspiracy part of it. It's like the shit that people are pulling is right out in the open. It's not like the people that are playing politics are like they don't even really hide it all that much.
No.
The really it's about the money, and obviously there's a lot of money that we can't see, but we can see a lot of the money. And
really dangerous, all those ideas.
It's so dangerous.
Absolutely, and I feel clearly distractions from like the real issues and the real things that they're doing.
Yeah, it's the real things.
And I think in Germany, our history has shown how dangerous stupid ideas can be.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
That shit here in my life.
Yes.
It dawned on me about a year or two ago, and you'll as you're getting older, it'll hit. The amount of time from like the height of World War II, and when all that shit was really going down, and my birthday is actually a shorter amount of time than between my birthday and now. And I'm like, oh wow, like it wasn't history. Like they taught that as history. That was current events.
Yeah.
It's real crazy to see. The other thing to think about, especially for us with this election too, to not to directly relate, but politics takes decades for cycles to go around, and just because our person is knocked out or their person's knocked out or whoever is knocked out now doesn't mean they're not coming back in 10 years stronger than ever.
Yeah, and
exactly.
Did you know, a few months before crazy people went into your capital, they tried the same in Germany. So but not that bad, not that bad than in America, but they tried.
Right.
They tried, yeah.
That's a dangerous message to all the other insane people that are that think the same way. And all these people they tell me, yeah, we have a dictator here. No, we don't have a dictator here. You can demonstrate and you can say anything you want to at any time, and you won't get shot, you won't get to jail because we have the freedom of speech here. And people tell me, yeah, no, you don't understand, and there are plans going on. Yeah, for sure, there are always plans going on.
Well, there will be if people keep acting crazy. And that's the dangerous part, that like they don't see that they're creating their own reality. And I don't think people have really quite realized what it's like to have their rights taken away everywhere. And for those people to say, it's like these aren't your rights being taken away. This is just wear a mask and stay indoors and be safe and considerate of your fellow man, and woman or whatever. It's so basic, but yet they want to blow it out to be this. I've been abused and I'm victimized. I think that's where truly people are losing their minds.
Yeah, I just wish people can understand definitions and be precise in their language. And like to your point, like, you can't call something like if you start crying dictator when it's not, it's like you're not actually using the words appropriately. You might be like, hey, I feel like we are going down a path towards a dictator, but like to your point, like, I've had people get really mad at me for being a communist, and it was like, I'm an international businessman. Like, I'm not a communist. Like,
Commie.
let's see. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Sandy dialed in and says, "Hi guys, couldn't make it for this. I got to try to eat before the Monday exercise, but it's really nice to see you. Beautiful octopus Renee, and happy birthday, Heinz."
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, Sandy.
Oh.
And to be honest, America is far away from being communist. Far away from being.
Oh man,
Far, far away.
I was definitely thinking about it. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was like, usually like he's very centrist, in his thoughts. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but like he was like, you're about as left as I like would be comfortable with having a conversation with. Like when you get past you, I'm like, I'm a wicked progressive liberal, right? But then I was thinking about it. I'm like, in America, I am. But like in Europe, I'm like full on centrist, like in the middle. Like I just want what's best for everybody. Like I'm not a whacked out lefty. But here in America, the everything's so skewed differently that it just feels nuts. It is nuts. But on the other hand, I do like to talk and engage with lots of people from all sorts of thought processes.
Well, you're an interviewer, so you have to leave that open, free format of space so people can talk. And I think that's what a lot of people haven't been doing in our politics. And it does kind of make me a little upset because no one's leaving that open space. So like, let's have an actual discussion. Everyone just yells at one another. And I don't think, that's why we're divided, maybe. Because I've got both sides on my family, and I am the one that's in the middle where no one really knows what I think, because I'm just like trying to make sure that they don't kill each other.
Right.
But same thing. I'm a dirty liberal as well.
It used to be the point where you can engage in like actual debate. I love looking at old debates, and it's like, you actually try to argue for like parts that are productive in the conversation, and not just the insane the shit that they call it debates on the TVs are just it's fucking embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
That Donald
if
Trump
anyone has ever
Biden debate, I saw it and I thought myself, holy shit, these guys want to be leaders, so why don't they behave like that?
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Like two little boys on a playground. So.
Yeah. I don't know if they have the same. I'm sure they don't have the same game or some of the same games. But like I think of it over here as the like in school they have like the popularity contest. Right. So it's like who's the most popular kid in school, or who's the most popular couple in school. And in politics, it's almost like whoever wins the popularity contest gets to play the risk game or the Axis and Allies game. Like whoever wins the popularity contest gets to play the war game. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, like, but
why don't we get the person who knows how, like, who has studied and has experience and is qualified to play the war game? How about that? How about we actually get people qualified to do these jobs that are so important?
But it's the same here in Germany. We have some politics. I don't know why they have that position. It's just because maybe money and maybe I don't know.
It takes money to get elected, so you have it already. It's super easy. I just want to know when the general population thought that politics was entertaining. When did, like, we used to watch politics like serious citizens and hear people's roles, but now people are calling it entertainment. And it's the only thing you hear on the news. It's the only thing that's on the radio. Like, are we really that bored that politics now is our entertainment?
There used to be like actual regulated walls, right? So the airwaves are considered part of the commons, right? So like if you are going to be broadcasting out through the public's airwaves, then it's sanctioned, by the people. So they had regulations that were like, you know, you could only own so many media outlets at the same time, right? So like you could either have like a newspaper or a television station or a radio station. And then through the course of, deregulation and et cetera, I think it started with maybe on Reagan's watch or Bush's watch, and then it went to Clinton. Anyways, Clinton signed into law deregulation of the media. And so that was the spot where you could now own, 30 radio stations in the area, or, basically it deregulated how much media one person could own. So instead of having lots of locally owned stations that broadcast stuff with their own independent voices, you could, gobble up and eat up as many media outlets as you wanted to. And then the other thing that changed was there was a very strong wall in between advertising and content. So you would you'd be obligated to have like a certain amount of news that was probably NPR-ish news, or those you had a certain obligation for that. But your advertising department wouldn't talk to your content department. And when they started taking down those walls, then it's like, okay, well, obviously then your advertisers, the people that are paying, are going to be the ones that start to provide your content. And so as far as, and again, to Heinz, to your point of like propaganda and being able to actually manipulate people through, the media, that's how they were doing it with the quote traditional media. Now, just to wrap this up, like one of my fucking biggest pet peeves is people online and on the social media,
the social media.
They're on the social media bashing the traditional media with links from traditional media. They're like, no one's ever talking about this fucking stupid story that's a distraction. I'm like, you asshole, you're literally linking to a story about that fucking story. Like it's never
Well,
mind.
they don't watch it. I know.
But the thing is, they even if they for one, that you're right, they don't watch it, but they're like literally pointing to a story in the media. And it's like, and then it's like, no, not for nothing, but you can't go and bash the normal media without acknowledging that you're on social media, which is literally designed to agitate you and post fucking bullshit in front of you so you can chase it down for the next 3 hours.
Well, that's one thing they'll never believe, because that's the only power and position in life they have.
Here people will bash each other with headlines, just with the headlines. So, you read the headline. Did you read the article? No, but it says, it's the headline says something to sell you stuff, but you have to read the article.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why I feel more politically driven, but I also want to buy something now.
and my favorite argument is always, but I can show you a video on YouTube. Yeah, I know all the videos on YouTube, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah. No, I had an
Dude,
argument
we could all make fucking videos on YouTube. Like by now, that's so tired. Okay, so let's see. So Tivon's in the chat room. Hey, all! I just realized this was going on. Getting ready for tonight's class and trying to catch up on some art. The octopus looks awesome, Renee! Exclamation point! And also, happy birthday, Heinz.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta call it on my birthday. This is awesome.
Art of Mike says, put them all on minimum wage and then see how many keep their role. Presumably talking about government people or...
Yeah, then we'll see who really wants to take all the shitty responsibility of leading us. I don't trust anyone that actually wants to lead. I mean, who would want that responsibility?
Tough call. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a couple people that seem to be consistent over time, but then... it's hard to have faith.
Now we have election here in Germany in September, so
I don't know
what happened.
So get the hype. But Heinz, we need to finish our birthday beers because it's getting late for you, and we need to switch this over.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
Bye bye.
Cheers. Another beer.
Renee, you want to close this out?
Oh yeah, sure. This is great. I'll continue this next time, and we'll get into some galaxy and layering. So everyone, stay tuned for next week or last Monday. I don't know what that is. last Monday.
Yeah, well, the next time. But
Yeah.
and how could people get a hold of you and find you? And if anyone wants to collab, how would they get a hold of you?
I am on Instagram under Renée Little Tattoos. If you'd like to DM me there, or if you'd like to just hit me up on Renée Little or Renée Little but Mighty Tattoos at gmail.com. I check that pretty regularly, so that's a really good way to contact me. And yeah, or you can visit my shop website. It's Goldfang Gallery, and that's GOLD Goldfang Gallery at gmail.com. You can kind of see my portfolio there and see if there's any new things coming up. I'm going to start a little blogs coming up, so that could be fun. But yeah, hit me up. Let's do some cool collabs. That'd be nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. And thanks again, Heinz, for beaming in. You got some serious work, and it's fun to see your tattoos in real life, too. We are switching this over now so that if anybody is a subscriber to Reinventing, then you'll check your links and click the buttons. And if you are not, then and watching this replay, you should go to reinventingthetattoo.com. Find that the Reinventing canon, and then subscribe, because it's a way to beam in and get instructions straight from Guy. Anyways, okay, thanks again, everyone.